Welcome to Jackie Sense Podcast Episode 1. Good evening, good morning, or good afternoon, wherever you're tuning in from around the world. Welcome to the very first episode of the Jackie Sense Podcast, the show where we talk money, wealth, creation, financial freedom, and the strategies that help ordinary people build extraordinary futures. I'm your host, Washington, and today we are excited to kick off this journey with a special guest, someone who has dedicated her career to helping individuals and families make smarter financial decisions. Please help me welcome the one and only Jackie Sense. Jackie, thank you for joining us today and congratulations on launching the Jackie Sense podcast. Before we get into today's topic, our audience would love to know more about you behind behind the brand. So, Jackie, tell
Thank
us
you.
tell
Thank
us
you so
about your
much,
journey.
Washington, for having me. I don't take it for granted. I'm happy to be here. Yes.
Okay, Jackie, tell us about your journey briefly. Who is Jackie Sense and what inspired you to become a financial advisor?
Jackie Sense is a financial advisor who started this journey 2 decades ago, meaning I've done this for the past 20 years. It all started when I was actually looking for a job and I found a career in insurance and financial advisory services. When I look back, I have no regrets because this is what I think of, dream of, sleep on, and I want to empower the Kenyan families and communities.
Looking back, what were some of the biggest challenges you faced when starting out and how did you overcome them?
Well, for me, it was a bit tough because in my circles, I was still very green and I didn't know anyone who had done insurance as a career. Actually, my family members were against it because they did not see how their daughter, who was very educated, and for that matter, I went to Strathmore College back then, they could not see how I would sleep on my papers and start selling insurance. But I overcame that challenge. I challenged them and I began the career. And 20 years down the line, see where we are today.
Oh, Jackie, was there a particular client or experience that made you realize the impact financial planning can have on people's lives?
Oh, yes, I have several, but I would like to talk about one young man who started when he was 20 years on his first job on a very small salary of 10,000. And guess what? He was only saving 1,000. He saved for 10 years. And when he was being given the first check, that was my best moment. And today, as we speak, that young man is no longer the young man because he earns very well right now. He has continually invested with us because he knows the importance of insurance and other investment packages. He now has a family, his kids are covered for education, he's investing as well in money markets, as well as saving for his retirement. To me, that was everything.
Now, Jackie, one of the reasons we are excited about today's conversation is because you are focusing on a group that works incredibly hard to support their families back at home, and that is our diaspora community. What are some of the biggest financial mistakes you see diaspora clients making?
Mm. Now, I've seen a lot of diaspora clients send their money over the years to their relatives for projects. And guess what? After a few years, when they come back, they find that there was no any such project. There was no house that was being constructed. There was no business that was started for them. And these guys get so frustrated. So I would urge them to get proper financial advice before they can rely on third parties.
Oh, Jackie, many people abroad are earning good incomes, yet they still struggle to build wealth. Why do you think this happens?
Come again, please.
Oh, many people around abroad are earning very good incomes, yet they still struggle to build wealth. Why do you think that happens?
For me, I would say it will be lack of sound financial advice because you earning money and you're not able to save or invest, there is a problem. You should look for a financial advisor who can give you sound financial advice on how to work within a budget, maybe cut on your expenses, stop a lot of black tax. I know juu kwa majuu huko, you keep on sending all the monies to your relatives in Kenya, you know. So by the end of it all, you end up not being able to amass any wealth for yourself.
If someone living abroad wants to create a long-term financial security back home, where would you advise them to start?
I would advise them to start even with the simplest of them all, even with a money market fund. They can actually wear some money, whether they would want to invest in dollars, we have that facility, or in Kenya shillings, they can start somewhere and the money will really grow and meet their future needs.
Oh, Jackie, what financial products or strategies should diaspora clients be paying more attention to today?
They really should be looking at the long term strategies based on where they are in life and for how long they are living in diaspora, you know, and again, based on the families that they have. If they have young kids, of course they should focus on the education. If they are in their late years, they should actually focus more towards retirement. Then again, it depends on where they are in life.
How important are savings, investments, insurance, and retirement planning for someone that is living overseas? How would you suggest on that? Let me repeat the question. How important are savings, investments, insurance, and retirement planning for someone that is living overseas?
For people living overseas, I would tell them this. We have seen so many people living overseas, and when they came back after 20 years to back home, they are nothing to show for it, unfortunately. I would urge them to start saving, to start investing. Charity begins at home. At least you're sure of the infrastructure in Kenya. You are sure that the economy can never really crash. You know, insurance, insure what you treasure. If you have any projects or properties in Kenya, you can surely have them insured. Retirement, focus on your retirement because you will never work forever overseas. As you get older, maybe the situation gets more volatile for you there. So I would urge you to start focusing on your retirement right now so that in the next few years, you'll be proud of yourself.
What advice would you give to a diaspora client who wants to support family members while still building wealth for themselves?
It's okay to support family members. And forget for that, by the way, it's called black tax. But only allocate a percentage of your income towards that. Then the rest of the money allocate towards your other expenses. You really cannot have all your money being channeled to your family members because you also have a life to live. You have a family also, an immediate family for you in future, and your future self as well.
Looking ahead, what opportunities do you see for diaspora investors in Kenya over the next 5 to 10 years?
Come again?
Looking ahead, what opportunities do you see for diaspora investors in Kenya over the next 5 to 10 years?
Next 5 to 10 years are very promising in Kenya. I would urge our diaspora investors to invest back home. At least you are guaranteed of the safety. You know, your money will grow. The environment is okay, regardless. You will still come back to the country and your investments will be here waiting for you as you smile all the way to the bank.
Um, can you tell me one word you can use to describe money? Just one word you can use to describe money.
Money, I know the Bible says, the love of money is the beginning of all evil. But I'll say, money to me is an enabler because without money, you're not able to transact. Meeting goals, I mean, every goal usually is financial and money is involved. So, money is good.
What's the biggest wealth building habit everyone should adopt? The biggest wealth building habit that you think everyone should adopt?
To me, my all time favorite is to pay yourself first. Every time you get your income, please do yourself a favor. Pay yourself first. 10%, 20%, 30%, whatever percentage works for you, use it.
Um, what's one financial mistake people should stop making immediately?
Learning to get rich quick schemes. Let me tell you, easy come, easy go.
Um, if you had 100,000 today, Kenyan shillings, where would you, or for example, if I had 100,000 Kenyan shillings today, where would you advise me to put it?
100,000 Kenyan shillings today, I would urge you to put it, depending on your goal, I would urge you to put it in a fund. If it's short term, do a money market to give you a conservative rate of 9%. If it's medium term, you can do a fund that will give you around 13%. Or if it's long term, you can do other funds that can give you up to 18% based on your needs.
Well, Jackie, this has been an incredible conversation. Before we wrap up, I'd like to ask one final question. If you had just 60 seconds to change someone's financial future, what advice would you give to them?
I will tell them to look for financial advisory. Money comes in our hands, and most of the times, if we are not careful, it will slip through our fingers. But when you have the right kind of advice, you'll actually be able to make good use of that money.
Well, to everyone listening around the world, thank you so much for joining episode 1 of the Jackie Sense podcast. Remember, building wealth is not about how much you earn, it's about the decisions you make consistently over time. I'm Washington, your host, and together with Jackie Sense, we'll see you on the next episode. Until then, keep learning, keep investing, keep building your financial future. This is Jackie Sense podcast, where money makes sense. Thank you so much.
Where money makes sense. See you next time on 0721 343 980. Thank you.